Kate, thank you so much for the Baba Yaga art on the record.
You're
I'm
welcome.
very excited. I'll send you a picture because I want to
Yes.
put it on the Witchcast podcast.
Yeah, let's
Instagram.
show it off.
Kate got me a very beautiful picture of the Baba Yaga house, and I just got a Baba Yaga table. Sort of. It's like a table with little bird legs. Yeah. I put it immediately onto the Baba Yaga table so that, in part, so Dan would see it when he got home, and in part just because that felt like the right place for it while I don't have a frame yet. So I've got a Baba Yaga corner, and I will send a picture.
I love it. I can't wait to see this table. It just sounds majestic and amazing. And yeah,
it's just like a little table with like bird legs.
I know, that sounds majestic and amazing. It sounds perfect.
I love it. I love
so
it so
Emily.
much. It brings me joy.
Yeah, that's amazing. I saw it on this Etsy shop. I think it's the Creeping Moon, and I just was like, Emily must have this. Yeah, and Matt saw it too, and he was like, this is awesome.
All right, shall we do this thing?
Let's do it. Let's dive in.
Welcome to Witchcast!
'Cause it's Witchcast.
I'm Emily.
I'm Kate.
And this is the Witchcast podcast.
That's right. We're your learning, growing, novice, ever-evolving witches here to explore everything under the witchy universe umbrella.
Damn straight. And today we're back with another episode about a suit of the tarot. In this case, the suit of swords.
Swords. Oh, we're doing it.
Swords, if you will.
Swords. Yes. We're swords women. Yeah, we're just pulling out the sword now. Like, we're doing it now. We talked about how I personally don't like the swords. It's just an intense suit, but I'm excited to dive in.
It's an intense suit. Yeah, we were like, let's just do it. Let's just stick the sword into the heart or pull it out or whatever we're supposed to do with it. Get it out of the stone.
Insert clever sword metaphor here.
Throw it into the ocean. Whatever you do with a sword, let's just do that.
It's intense. Yeah, it's a big
intense.
One.
There's a lot of intense cards in this one.
Yeah, I'm honestly really excited though because like the previous episodes we've already done, pentacles and cups. We're splitting it in half. Emily's doing the first half this time, and then I'm doing the second half. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to hear what you've learned about the first half because,
yeah,
I was. I mean, like it's not like these cards are unfamiliar to me, but I guess like kind of looking at them as a whole, I was like, wow, there's a lot about like emotion here that I maybe wasn't expecting as much. I don't know. Because I always think of the cups as a very emotional suit.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like swords in theory is like the intellectual or like mind first suit. But it's true that a lot of it is like not really about that. I mean, it's a little bit about like intellectualizing or like balancing out your emotions. But like, yeah. But like it really, there is a lot of like feeling-y stuff there.
Maybe, you know, well, and I know you're going to talk about this, but because it is, you know, based on the element of air, you know, maybe it's more about like mental health. There's a lot of mental health stuff, right?
Oh, interesting.
Because,
yeah, I guess so. I feel like in the first half, it's a lot about clarity, like decision making. Yeah, I feel like the swords is, to me, one of the most disjointed ones where, like, maybe it's just that I'm not seeing it, but I feel like it's harder for me to, like, get a story out of this progression, you know?
Interesting. Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, I guess when I was doing my research for the second half, I wasn't really thinking about a story like we have with the others. I was kind of more focused on them as individual cards. So maybe as we go through at the end, we can kind of take a step back and see what we gather from it. But yeah, it is very mental. It is very intellect. It is very thought focused. But like emotions and thoughts are, you know, tied together, you know. I'm in a very swordsy mood, so I'm excited. I'm
nice. Cool. Radical.
As in I'm depressed. No, I'm just kidding. Or am I?
I am not well.
So let's swords it up, baby.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. All right. So yeah, as you were saying, the element overall for swords is air, which is like the element of knowledge. It can be action, change, force, and power. The realm is like the intellect, the mind, your thoughts, your attitudes, your beliefs. It's often a double-edged sword.
Sword.
Because sword. Because it's like mental stuff needs to be balanced with like heart and spirit. So it's all about like, making sure you're seeing things from all angles, and like, when you're taking action, you're considering or not over considering. La 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 la. Anyway, so the Ace of Swords, getting started, numero uno. It's a hand, as we've seen for the other aces. It's a hand coming out of the clouds, and this one is holding a sword that has a crown and vines on it. And the keywords for this one are breakthroughs, new ideas, mental clarity, and success. And basically it's like new energy from the intellectual realm. Maybe it's a breakthrough or a new way of thinking coming for you. And like all the aces, it's an opportunity to realize all the things the swords have to offer, but isn't like a guarantee you'll get there. It's the first step of a journey.
It's an aha light bulb moment.
Yeah. It's like, or like something like maybe clarity is like in front of you, but you need to like grab it, or like,
I see.
Or action is like ready for you, but you like the suggestion is maybe now's the time to act.
Okay.
Reversed, it's about inner clarity, rethinking an idea, or clouded judgment. So like maybe you're missing opportunities for knowledge and intellectual growth that are in front of you, or maybe you're just not thinking clearly, and it's a call to like take another look at your situation and clear your mind. So some questions you could ask yourself if you see this in a reading would be things like, are there projects that need your mental prowess that you could take on right now? Are you having breakthroughs you're not ready to share yet? Can you use your mindset and intelligence to put yourself on a path to success? Or maybe you have newfound clarity or an opportunity to find it.
That's nice. That's nice.
That's the ace. Yeah,
nice
that one's
ease-in.
pretty like nice gentle sword. It's just like brainy stuff.
Brainy stuff.
The beginning of a journey, an action to be taken,
It's inspiring. I like that.
With your mind.
Free your mind. I've been in a big In Vogue kick lately. So
Nice. Oh, did you see that new song that came out with all the different bands from the 80s?
shut up. No. What?
It's called Bring Back the Time, and it's New Kids on the Block,
yes.
Salt and Pepper. I feel like In Vogue is in there too, maybe, which is why I thought of it.
I think I listened to it and I did not like it. Actually, now that
You gotta watch the music video.
Okay.
It's not about the song, it's about the music video.
Okay.
It's also like weirdly, it really walks the line between like fun nostalgia and depressing, I would say. Like, it not on purpose, but that's
Right.
why. It's like, it's very like, whew, yeah, we're all getting older.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Nostalgia, I feel like, goes hand in hand with that, like ennui or like that forlorn, because it's in the past. It's over. I just found out that the kid I used to nanny when I was in college just turned 23, so that was really fun for me.
Woo.
I was just
Anyway,
going to point out that, also that we're basing the visuals for this, going back to tarot, basing the visuals on this on the Rider-Waite deck. I just had to say that out loud.
Thank you for saying that. That's the thing I was about to say that I just started talking over you was that the Two of Swords.
Yes, Two of Swords. Back on track.
But yeah, good reminder. The descriptions are from the Rider-Waite deck. There's, 8,000 bajillion different tarot decks in the world, and they definitely don't all use the same imagery, and it can be fun to, like, get what you get out of imagery instead of just, like, relying on the traditional, like, Rider-Waite versions, but it's also, like, this is just a guideline.
Yeah.
As ever, feel it with your heart. Everything's context.
Yes.
La 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 la. Okay, Two of Swords. So, I actually, like, fucking love this card visually. I don't know why. It's just, like, because it's not, like a fun card, necessarily, but, like, the visual, I think, rocks. So, it's, like, a woman in a white dress and a white blindfold, and she's sitting by the sea under a crescent moon with her arms crossed, and she's holding, like, two swords and an X up towards the sky.
Oh, okay.
And so this card is about like decision making, especially difficult decisions, weighing options, or like maybe you've come to an impasse or you're avoiding something. So it could be indecision, or it could be like you're just making your pros and cons list. So you might have a challenging decision to make if you see this in a reading. And basically it's like you need to weigh the pros and cons of each option, make a list maybe, and use your intellect balanced with your heart. So people tend to read it, which you don't have to, but people tend to read it as like the two swords are like the balance between using your mind and using your heart to make your decision. And then, yeah, reversed, you would think like indecision, confusion, or maybe like information overload, like you've gone too far down the pros and cons list, or like there's a stalemate between your balancing thing, and so maybe you need to just figure out how to make a decision, or maybe that's just where you are right now. So you could think about like, would making a pros and cons list help you with what's going on in your life? What are you balancing? Could there be a big decision coming your way? And if so, maybe make sure that you consider your choices from both a brains and a heart perspective.
I love that. I don't think I really ever get this card. I'm not familiar with it at all. That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like I so rarely see it, but when I saw the picture, I was like, oh yeah, I know that card.
Yeah.
And I liked it. I was like, hey, you're a cool card.
The visuals are pretty cool.
lists.
Here's a little pro tip. I love making pros and cons lists, but also something I do when someone's having a hard decision or like can't decide. And this is usually like something more trivial, like what to order for dinner, or like, do I want to go on this trip or not? I take the decision away from them and I say, okay, pick a number between 1 and however many choices they have. And then they pick it and I tell them, and I arbitrarily assign the numbers to the choices in my head. And then I say, okay, well that you pick 2, that means X. And then like if they are disappointed or upset, like your gut reaction to the choice being made for you usually then will tell you what decision you really want to make. So
yeah, you know what? I totally do that too, but without the number or anything. It's just like if someone's like, if you're choosing between like Chinese or Mexican, I'll be like, all right, we're going Mexican. How do you feel?
Yeah, that's usually, but it helps. That gut reaction usually will then tell you exactly what to go with.
All right, so the Three of Swords.
Oh God, so here we go.
This is really, this is one of those cards that's like why people dread the swords.
I hate this
Not because
card.
it's like, all the cards are like, they could mean a lot of things depending on context in your life, blah, blah, blah. But it is like a pretty tough card to look at. It's 3 swords run through a heart in a rainstorm. Not a lot of
room for interpretation.
Yeah, not a lot of lack of clarity there. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
And the key words for this one are like heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, hurt. And then reversed, you're looking at more like negative self-talk, like maybe you've been piercing yourself, whereas like, upright, it's like you've been pierced and are going through like a tough time. So reversed is more about like releasing pain and forgiveness. But really in a lot of ways, the unreversed version is kind of the same thing because it's swords. It's not just like so one, it's like, hey, you're going through a really intense and painful experience. Probably they say usually it's like a sudden or unexpected heartbreak for the three of swords, but so the card is very like the only way out is through. It's like it's not just like you have a heartbreak, it's swords heartbreak. So it's just like, think about this intellectually. What you need to do is have a really good cry and a really good scream and like, feel it, let it flow, because, that's the only way you can get to move forward. So this is like, don't get too wallowy, but do experience your pain, recognize your pain, and then like use that to start moving forward with your life, is broadly speaking how one could interpret this. But there's a lot of also, like, it's a big heartbreak.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, it's like with that little swords element, it's just like thinking about it. And trying to figure out how to like move forward and take action about it. So some things you could think about, like what feelings have you been avoiding? Could you use a good scream cry? Are you stuck in a moment of heartbreak? And, give yourself permission to experience the pain and then start moving again.
Sorry,
That's a tough
there's
one.
Someone revving an engine right outside my window, so I can catch it. Sorry. This card is hard because I feel like there's a lot of the cards, there's always kind of more positive sugar-coated ways to like interpret them. They're a little bit more wishy-washy, or they're a little bit more loose and for interpretation, or there's a lot more context needed to kind of, none of them are so starkly just this. Besides, I think the Three of Hearts is one of them. And there's a few more I think later we'll talk about too in the Swords suit that are like that, where this is just pure, whatever it is, it's just pure pain and loss and suffering of some kind. And like you said, you have to just kind of go through with it. And that is so hard to hear. And that's such a hard card to pull because you want to try and avoid it, right? You want to try and be like, but how can I? There's no
Yeah,
negotiating with this. There's no negotiating with this card, I feel like.
And in some ways that's the card, like, that's the whole point of the card is,
Right.
like, you can't avoid it. Like, here it is, baby.
Oh,
but it's like,
fuck,
yeah,
it's
it is
such a hard
it's an
card to
annoying
have,
card
yeah.
in some ways. Yeah.
But I also think, like, because I've been getting this card a lot, and I think, like, I've been looking into it, and one thing that I cling to is that it's not forever. You know, like, it will pass. You do have to deal with it, like you said, but it's not a forever type of pain. You know, like, the clouds will eventually pass.
We talked about this a little bit
while.
in our first episode about the suits, but also one thing I learned in this process is that the minor arcana broadly is about more like passing, like temporary situations and like experiences. So it's whereas the major arcana is more about like the big moves of your life, the minor arcana is more like, it broadly is more like this will pass, and like, you know, a little bit shorter time periods.
I like that. I like that frame of thinking. I don't know if I remember that we talked about it, but I love that framing.
Yeah,
great.
it's I mean, I don't know that that's gonna be for everyone all the time and everything, but that was a broad rule I read that I was like, oh wow, I never thought of that, but that makes sense and cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Boy, oh boy, the swords. All right, moving on to number 4. So number 4 in the Rider-Waite, it looks like a man on a tomb, like dead, like lying dead, and there's 3 swords hung up on the wall, and then a 4th one underneath him, like inside of the tomb coffin thing. I actually always thought that it was like a little carved statue of a guy, but I guess it's meant to be like his actual body, and maybe he's taking it's clearly he's dead. I don't know why it's like read as this is all about like you just need to take a little rest, but like that's what the card is.
Yeah, it looks
people
like
read it as like you need to take a little rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it for sure looks like, you know, in a church when they have like the carved like stone version of a saint on top of where their bones are.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I guess is what a sarcophagus is, but still.
Yeah, whatever like the Christian version of that is. But no, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like a mausoleum. Yeah, it looks like he looks dead. It looks like a statue.
Yeah.
Over a grave on top of a coffin.
But apparently, according to Biddy Tarot, who I trust with my life, this is like, you're a knight and you need a little rest before you do the next thing. Why is it a tomb? I don't know. But generally, it isn't a death thing. It's like you need to stand still, sit down, take a nap, reflect, think things over, and then you can continue on your knightly journey. Knightly with a K. And then, like, reversed, it can be exhaustion or burnout, or, like, deep contemplation and stagnation. So, like, the flip side of it can go in either direction. Like, upright, it's sort of like, hey, maybe you need to take some time off and just, like, meditate, think things through. And then reversed, it's either like, hey, you're super burnt out. Like, you really, 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 really need to take a rest. Or it's actually like, hey, man, notice you've been resting a lot. Maybe it's time to rise up off of your tomb and get back to work. But broadly, it's, you know, it's about your relationship to needing to take some downtime and take some time to reflect. So, some things to think about. Now is a good time to assess your progress and how you're feeling. Do you need a break? Is it time to stop taking a break? There's something about taking a break here. Would a nice little meditation retreat sound good? Maybe you need to rent yourself a little cabin and grab a scooch of solitude. Create some time and space for yourself as needed to move forward again later, or sooner rather than later. And don't you dare burn yourself out. You are precious, and we need you.
Aw, I love that. I love Emily's little pep talk in that. In the Universal Goddess Tarot deck that I have, the 4 of Swords is so beautiful. It's like this little Asian goddess. I don't remember her name. I'm sorry, and it's in my other bag. But she's like sitting on the moon with a little white rabbit, and she's gazing out at the earth. So it's like she's completely isolated from Earth, and Earth is all like, you know, beautiful and colorful, and she's on this like kind of stark, empty moon, just kind of. And I love that image of just kind of like removing yourself. Sometimes, I mean, I think when we're especially going through something, that's my instinct, is to just remove myself from life, from just kind of want to just kind of retreat a bit. And it's different though than the hermit, I feel like. in terms of that, because it seems, I don't know, what's your take on, like, I feel like the kind of break you need from the Four of Swords is different from the Hermit.
Yeah, I feel like Four of Swords is definitely about, like, take a little break, as opposed to, like, again, I guess thinking of it as, like, the minor versus major arcana thing. Like, the Hermit is more, like, big moves, and the Four of Swords is more, like, little cabin retreat, you know? Like,
Gotcha. I like that. Yeah, that's cool.
they probably, I think they mean a lot of, like, some very similar things. I guess the Four of Swords is also more focused in on swords, so more focused in on intellect as a reflection, you know, meditating from your head, as well as your heart, or, like, keeping that balance.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like that.
I also think of the Hermit as also, like, a period of, like, active isolation, right? Like, you're, like, it's almost like you're kind of working on yourself and evolving in some major way. Like, you're doing the self-work privately,
totally.
Whereas maybe the
you're
Four of
learning a
Swords
skill, maybe you're, like,
But
yeah,
maybe
totally.
Four
And
of
the
Swords
is
is a bit
just,
more,
like, meditate, take a little break, like, don't use up your energy right now.
right. Triage, almost. Yeah. Interesting. Cool,
I like
cool.
that too. All right, numero 5. 5 of Swords. Okay, so we got, like, a sly man who's hoarding swords, basically. So there's, like, and he's just, like, been in a fight. So there's 5 swords. This guy who's, like, a regular dude, no armor or anything, he's holding 3 swords, 2 in one hand, 1 in the other. And then there's 2 more swords that lie on the ground around him. And then another guy is walking away from him. And a third guy further off is, like, they're on the beach. So the guy's, like, facing the ocean, and he has his face kind of buried in his hands, like he's sad or maybe hurt. And then, like, the dude in the front is smiling like Beavis and Butthead.
I'm looking it up right now, and he totally looks like Beavis and Butthead.
Doesn't he?
Amazing.
And so the most common way of reading this is that you're not the guy in front. You're, like, one of the guys walking away, which is interesting. Or, like, the person getting the reading is, like, which I thought was interesting. My reading would definitely include maybe asking yourself, am I being a butthead? Just
Valid
to ask the question,
Yeah.
you know? Because it's all about, okay, so this card is about conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, and more than anything, or, well, two things more than anything else. One is, like, failure, and, like, the other is, like, winning at all costs. So, basically, like, with this card, maybe you've had a falling out, maybe you're in the middle of a disagreement, and it's like, this card is like, hey, dude, pick your battles, you know? Sometimes being right isn't as good as just walking away and getting to live your life and have a nice fucking life, you know? It can also be failure. Sometimes it can be like, are you fighting a battle that you're never gonna win? Like, you know, is this a pointless thing for you to be stuck on and trying to, like, be, just because you're right, you're trying to, like, have this conflict, but maybe it's better to just walk away and not be a part of this anymore. And then also, am I being a butthead? Not saying yes, but it's worth asking. Yeah. And reversed, it's especially, reversed, it's about, like, mending strained relationships, making peace, or realizing again that no matter how hard you push, you're not going to win because the other person's being a butthead, a Beavis and Butthead. It's like reasoning with a Trump supporter. Sorry, not sorry. I said it. So thinking about, am I living a less happy or pleasant life because I'm trying to win an unwinnable argument or battle? Am I ready to move on with my life after a recent conflict? Is conflict a brewing? Can I choose to walk away instead of staying and fighting and stressing myself out? Flip side, am I picking unnecessary fights? Could I be being a bit of a dick? These are kind of the things I would think about when you pull the 5 of Swords. It's, you know, maybe you're being a little headstrong, or maybe somebody else is in your life, and the card is recommending that you just put down your sword and be like, all right, man, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Because maybe you're just not gonna convince that person, you know?
Side note, I've been Googling them as you've been talking about them, just so I can, like, visualize the card as you describe it. And I came across, I mean, this is Pinterest. I came across a Pinterest image, and we all know how factual Pinterest is, right? It's not. in case you couldn't tell by my sarcasm, but one of the descriptions it says for Five of Swords was like crime, rape, and murder. I was like, that seems
Oh my God.
very intense. But I thought that was funny. But yeah,
That's wild.
I think your
What a
interpretation is
wild
a little
read.
more.
If anything, I feel like the 7 is kind of crimey. But we'll get there in a second.
Yes, we will.
So the 6 of Swords. This, I think of this as your favorite card. I don't know if that's actually correct or
It
if
is
you
one
just,
of my
like, have
favorites. Yes, it's actually a
I wrote
tattoo
Kate's
I want to
favorite
make.
card.
Aww.
Yeah, that's right. So in this card in the Rider-Waite deck, a boatman is taking a boat with a woman and child out into the water, and there's 6 swords stuck into the boat. And the woman and child have like cloaks over their heads, and they're facing the horizon, and it's like it's like they have like loss and baggage, and they're carrying grief, but they're moving out on a new journey, and like they're leaving that stuff behind, and so it's like transition, it's change, it's rite of passage, it's releasing baggage, or again reversed, like a personal transition, or maybe resistance to change, or some unfinished business. So yeah, it's a beautiful card. And you have said in the past that this is also the card of like adoptees, right?
Yeah, actually our friend Rowan Rivers was the one who told me that, and I thought that I think it was them who told me that, and I thought that was just really resonating, because it is about because it's sad, it's tinged with sadness, right? Like the mother and child look very sad, but the waters in front of them are calm, and like, so unfortunately, I think everyone goes through phases where you do have to leave something very foundational or important to you behind in order to evolve and be better. And that loss is always really hard to, come to terms with and grapple with it, but it's necessary in order to grow. And so it's like a very, I think, astute card for adoption and adoptees, because there is so much loss there, but in a lot of ways it is, you're being taken kind of from maybe where you've originated from, and whatever, we don't need to get into complicated complexities of adoption, but by the way, I will preface, I am adopted, just in case the listeners didn't know that, so I'm speaking from a place of experience. But yeah, it's that idea of leaving something behind in order to grow. Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Are you comfortable with having that in the podcast? For some reason I thought we'd talked about it before, so
I'm fine with it. Yeah, we've talked about it in the past. It's just been a long time, I think, since it's been brought up, so I just wanted to.
Cool. All right, cool. Don't want to like
thank you for asking,
throw
for
your
concerns.
personal information out there.
Yeah. No, all good.
But yeah, and that's a lot of the 6 of Swords. So like some questions you might ask yourself is like, what do you need to let go of? What could be holding you back? Or this could just be a sign that like it's time for you to move house, move or through a relationship, change jobs, or, you're going through some sort of rite of passage, some sort of mental shift, some sort of personal state of transition, or like major physical state of transition. But it's a transitional card. So it's just like what baggage am I carrying with me? What can I let go of? And like what am I leaving behind? I don't know. Yeah, it's just that. It's like
it's a hard card. To me, I felt like it very much resonates with also like my quarter life crisis with my like Saturn's return.
Yeah.
Of like knocking down these foundational ideas of who I thought I was, what I thought love was, what I thought family meant, like just even the more like conceptual things that we build ourselves, we build our identities around, and then as an adult you start to like kind of, through therapy and whatever, you look back and you're like, wait, maybe that's not as good for me as I thought it was. And that can be a very painful process, but yeah, coming out the other side, I think it's like, no, you needed this. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. One of the things I love about this card is those clear waters as they move forward to like, so it's like a little sign that like, hey, like things are changing, but like you're moving towards something better.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Love it. All right. And finally, on my end, and the 7 of Swords.
Wait, you did the 7? Is that... Were you supposed to do the 7? Because I did the 7 too.
I think so. You did.
Oh. Okay,
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you definitely had then did you do, because you did 8, 9, 10, page, knight, queen, and king, right?
Yeah. Oh, I did extra then. Never mind.
Yeah. We can talk about it together, though.
You can do it, and then I'll add if I have anything.
Yeah. Because you know what? Honestly, this is the one I did on my phone on the subway on the way to the dermatologist today. So, like this is perfect. That works out well.
We knew this. This was planned.
Yeah. So the Seven of Swords has a guy. This is the one that I was saying I thought was kind of crimey. So it's got like a guy sneaking away. He's holding 5 swords and leaving 2 behind. And he's totally sneaking out in the dead of night. And this card is like deception. This card is like sneaking around. This card is like getting away with stuff. Or maybe you're not. So it's, like it could be a betrayal. It could be acting strategically on a more positive note, actually. That's actually a more positive reading. Is like, it could just be like, hey, think strategically, act strategically. Yeah. But usually people think of this as betrayal and sneaking around. If you're not actively lying or deceiving anyone, ask yourself, could someone in my life be lying to me right now? Mm-hmm. This is a card for drama.
It is.
Interpersonal drama.
It is a dramatic card. And so I did the Wheel of the Year poll back at the end of 2020 for my 2021. And the month of my wedding, I got the Seven of Swords. I was like, God damn it. But no. I like to interpret it more of like thinking outside the box for me in that moment, in that context. I was like, I'm going to take this as more of like you said, think outside the box, be strategic, be cunning. Like, are there backdoor ways that you can like maybe push the limits, but get what you want?
Can you sneak around in a way that saves you money?
Exactly. But, in a way that's not going to necessarily...
not fucking over anybody.
Right.
Just like, just twisting the rules.
But maybe. I know, one of the things I also said that was like, I found on Biddy was like, it could mean, you need to look at your priorities. And sometimes you might need to put yourself first, even if it might upset some people, in a way that protects and serves you. Not saying to be a dick. This card
is like a very multifaceted card, I feel like.
It is. Yeah, for sure.
Because it can also mean, like, reversed, it's more like, maybe you're deceiving yourself. Or you have imposter syndrome. In which case you need to undeceive yourself.
I said,
and accept how great you are.
Exactly. I said, are you trying to pretend everything is fine when there's a fire all around you? I was just thinking of the dog meme.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
I love that dog meme.
I love it. It's like literally the last 3 years. I also feel like it could feel like you're burdened. You're like, there's maybe a secret that you need, that you kind of is weighing on you, that you feel like you can't come clean about. Or is there an affair? Like, maybe it's time to come clean.
J'accuse.
Et tu?
Yeah, it's so it's just like it's are you taking shortcuts? Could you take a shortcut? This could be a little opportunity to maybe like sneak through the back door to get what you want. Maybe like you don't need to go through a whole process right now, or maybe you're skipping a process and everybody knows, bub.
Yeah, exactly. It's all going to come crumbling down. People are going to find you out for sure if you don't, come clean.
Yeah. Use it as a moment of reflection to ask yourself, am I sneaking around? Am I going to get caught? Am I going to get in trouble? Or am I doing the right thing? Should I take a shortcut? Am I working harder than I have to be? Anyway, that's the Seven of Swords. Context is key. Context is key.
Okay, now my turn. All right. I can't believe I did extra work. I'm so bad at math.
It's okay.
No, I mean, I don't regret it. It's fine. I'm always down to learn. Okay, so
yeah, it's nice. We got to talk about that card in a way we never otherwise would have.
As friends.
Together
forever. Okay, so 8 of Swords. This card shows a woman who is, again, bound and blindfolded. She's like the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded, but this one she's actually tied up. There's 8 swords around her, kind of trapping her in place. But if you look closely, you could see that she could totally remove her blindfolds and escape her predicament. There's water also pooled at her feet, which could symbolize intuition. So, key thoughts, key phrases are, kind of imprisonment, playing the victim, negative thoughts, restrictions, self-imposed restrictions, self-limiting, inner critic, maybe also you need to open yourself up to new perspectives. So, upright, this card's all about feeling trapped or stuck in a situation that you feel is out of your control. It can feel overwhelming and that there's no way out, but there is hope for this card, which I do like because it is kind of a scary looking card. But she, like I said, she can remove this blindfold if she so chooses. Your thoughts and mindset may be harmful and you could be stuck in a negative feedback loop or anxiety spiral. Not that I have personal experience with those. But it's time to take a step back, my favorite phrase, and take back your power and accountability. Take a deep breath and look for ways you can slowly work towards a solution. There is a way out. You have choices. You might not like the choices that you have, but you do have them. If you're not sure of what to do in a particular situation, it might be time to tune into your intuition, like that pool of water at her feet, and turn off the mind ramblings and trust your gut. You know what you have to do. Reversed, we are all our own worst enemy, and you're the one holding yourself back, which is like problem number one for so many people.
Okay, right. Yeah, like,
not
thanks,
attacking
man.
you, but I'm attacking you. Stop talking about our friend like that. That's what I wrote. Clean out the closet. Do some shadow work. Wrap yourself in a big self-love hug, mama. You got this.
Ooh.
Or you could already be on this journey of letting go of negative patterns, which, good. Keep going. You made it through and the light's at the end of the tunnel. You got this. Remember what you learned and how you got there. 8 of Swords.
Wow. In the process of looking up this card, I found a thing with all of the Swords cards and then got really nervous about 9 and 10.
Yes.
They're
this
so
one
scary.
Is bad.
This one's nice, though.
Let's just dive in because I literally
just
wrote...
fucking eat the frog, you know? You know about eat the frog?
No, what is that?
Okay, eat the frog is that you should do the worst thing in your day first so that the rest of the day feels less shitty, so you're not, like, worrying about eating the frog later. It's I think Mark Twain said it, weirdly, or someone like that. Could be Charles Dickens, could be anybody. Who's to say? But it's like, if you have a plate of food with a frog on it, eat the frog first, because it's like, then you get to enjoy your meal instead of just being like, oh boy, I'm gonna eat that frog eventually.
That is smart advice. I mean, some people like frog, but I get it.
I was gonna say, that said, I've heard frog can be quite tasty. But assuming it's like a live frog that's in a bad mood,
Right. That's not so pleasant. I do
An
always
frog.
like to leave my favorite, if I have like multiple dishes, like one of my favorite like treat lunches that Matt and I get sometimes, we order these yakitori, like Japanese kebabs, and we always get like all different kinds, and I always save my favorite one, like a bite. I eat one bite from each throughout, but then I save my favorite one as my last bite because I'm like,
hell yeah,
right? Yeah, so
that's the way.
I identify with that.
This is the way.
This is the way. Okay, 9 of Swords. Okay, this card shows a woman sitting up in her bed with her head in her hands. It kind of like seems like she's can't sleep or has a terrible nightmare. 9 swords are hanging behind her on this dark wall. And at the base of the bed, there's a carving of one person defeating another with roses and outlines of astrological symbols on the quilt wrapped around her. So very visual. I literally wrote, oof, this is a tough one. This is like, to me, I don't know what's worse, honestly, getting this one or getting 3 of Swords. They're both hard cards to get. Key phrases: heavy. Anxiety, depression, nightmares, fear, worry. Reverse can mean inner turmoil, secrets, more fear, more releasing that worry. Okay. So you are being kept up at night by fear, anxiety, and depression. This is one card that just always screams nightmares and poor mental health to me. It's like a snake eating its own tail kind of situation. The more you stress and worry, the worse it gets. You feed into your own fears. And then things do get worse because you're not sleeping, you're not eating well, and your fears start to manifest as reality. This is so hard. I've been there. I literally wrote this all down. I became very journalistic in this one.
I'm loving it.
Yeah. Remember that this is all in your head, though. This is very much to me like that part in the horror movie, you know, where the lead woman is just like losing her shit, and she's just like, I don't know if the ghosts are in my head. No one's believing me. I'm haunted. Like, you're fucking haunted. It's hard. It doesn't make things better to remember that it's all in your head, but remembering how you are perceiving things right now it's not as bad as it is in reality. Your brain is tricking you. So I recommend talking to a therapist. You can check out openpathcollective.org for low cost options, or talk to a trusted friend or family member. Journal. It's time for mental health triage. Your only priority right now should be nursing your sweet, lovely, hurting brain back to health, and you need help from your support system. It's gonna be okay. Reversed, it could mean more that this is self-punishment, but you are unable to take a step back or move forward. So it could be an even worse situation if you get this reversed. Again, seek help, talk to a friend or loved one. Ask yourself why and where this is coming from. However, there is a lighter interpretation, very lighter, very smidgen lighter, but reverse, it could mean that you've already worked through this period in your life and you're on the mend. Good for you. Keep prioritizing your mental health and use exercises to take care of yourself.
Kate, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
That was really nice.
I identify with this card a lot.
Oh.
This was a very cathartic research for me. I was like, because I've gotten the Nine of Swords in the past, and I think we've all been in those kind of periods.
Yeah, man, just spiraling. It's true. Like, you don't get good sleep. It just makes everything worse.
Yeah,
and, it's tough.
But that's
it's
kind
tough.
but you can get help. You can get better. It, again, like you said, it is temporary. You know, it's not forever, but you have to kind of take steps to move beyond it, because it will just continue to progress, I think.
It's time to swords, take action, make a change.
Take action.
And
okay.
Think it over.
So now let's move on to the Ten of Swords. Also hard.
I know, just the... Oh boy, what a card.
Yes, this is a hard one as well. I don't think it's as hard. I think I still will maintain that personally. I think 3 and 9 are the worst of the suit in terms of just like pain.
Which, think about it, guys, we're through the worst.
We're through the worst. We're almost at the faces. So okay, 10 of Swords. This shows a man lying face down, apparently dead. With 10 swords in his back. A red cape drapes over the lower half of his body. The dark sky, there's a dark sky, it looks very ominous. But there is a sun rising on the horizon and a calm sea in the background, which is nice. So key phrases, betrayal comes up again in this one, loss, crisis, wounds, deep wounds, painful endings. Reversed, it could also mean regeneration and recovery. It could mean resisting, though, what an inevitable end. So I wrote, Et tu, Brute? This card is about painful, swift, but inevitable endings, and it could be the result of a betrayal or deception. This feels rather personal compared to the Tower or death. It could be the ending of a relationship, a job, something pulled the rug out from under you, and the nature of it is painful. And you want to play the victim. When we're in pain, it feels so good to do so. But honestly, the best way to feel your feeling is to feel your feelings and move on. It hurts and sucks, I know, but this too shall pass. Reversed, it could mean that you're sticking your head in the sand about a situation, or you're carrying the baggage of something that happened a long time ago, or a while ago. You might not even realize how much this pain is still with you, but like a wound, it can become infected and spread, hurting yourself and those around you. It's time to face the music and let go of whatever is not serving you. You can evolve beyond this. It could also mean that a period of pain and sadness is ending, like the swords are falling out of his back, because it's reversed. So that's kind of cool. Keep releasing and allow yourself to move forward.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Very similar to the 3 of Hearts, but more about betrayal and like ending of relationships, like endings versus just like a heartbreak.
Yeah, this to me felt like it's like it happened to you. You know, like you lost your job, or you got broken up with, or like something was taken from you. Something ended for you, and that was not your choice necessarily. Can I tell a super, super quick story?
The joy.
The joy. Okay, so when I was writing this, it made me think of this wonderful, famous Buddhist what is the phrase? What is the word that you use for like a fable, I guess?
Parable?
Parable. Thank you. Yeah, with like a lesson. But there's like this really great Buddhist parable that's like two monks are walking through the countryside, an older monk and a younger monk. They come across a princess and who is stuck on one side of this big raging kind of flooded creek. And she and her carriers cannot cross because she's on like one of those palanquins and like has all these packages and it would get ruined in the water. And she's throwing a fit. So then the older monk crosses the river, picks her up, carries her across and sets her down, and she doesn't even say thank you, and she's kind of rude and like a dick to him and whatever. And the two monks then continue on their way. And after a long time, after a while, they've been walking for hours, the younger monk finally turns to the older monk and says like, what the fuck, dude? Like, can we talk about that princess? She was such a bitch. Like, you totally helped her and went out of your way to help her, and she didn't even say thank you. Like, why, what, like, can we just talk about that? Like, what the hell was that? And the older monk looks at him and says, I put down that princess hours ago. Why are you still carrying her? And
Ooh.
I know, I love that story. And obviously I was paraphrasing a lot of it, but I love that idea of like,
You mean the monks weren't like, what the fuck, dude?
well, that's,
They might have been.
that was one publication. But yeah, like not carrying, letting go of something, not carrying it. Obviously a lot easier said than done, but letting go of something once it's over.
Dang, man. That guy gets it.
He gets it. He's a monk. Okay. I honestly think I probably learned that from the Tao of Pooh. Okay, moving on to the faces. Page of Swords. There's a young man on the card. He's holding a sword. He's pointing upwards toward the sky. He's kind of like ready to fight. His body and sword are leaning in like one direction.
I would argue he could also be ready to dance.
Yeah, I'm into that. He's looking like the opposite way of his sword, though, which I think is kind of interesting.
He's got like a little like musical theater flair going on there.
Yeah, well, there's like a breeze. There's like wind blowing his hair and his like tunic or whatever. There's clouds.
Gotta find my corner. Sorry.
Amazing. And he's like kind of on this like green, fertile, grassy like land, and there's lots of clouds behind him. There's lots of power. There's a lot of motion in this card.
Yeah.
So key phrases, learning, seeking knowledge, communication, curiosity, new ideas. Reverse can also mean kind of too much talking, not enough action, or like acting too rashly. Or haste, like holding back, or but also can mean self-expression. Yes. So, like a lot of the pages, I always think they're very like young cards. It's all about like energetic passion and excitement, enthusiasm, like new ideas. You're ready for the future. You just got into college. You're like, yeah, I got this. Or you're starting a new project. You're about to learn. You got a new job. You feel like you can do anything. You're like, this is it, world.
Yeah. I'm ready for anything.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that you can like continue that. Like, it's always exciting the first day on the new job or whatever. You got to make sure your soul then doesn't eventually get killed. But you're exploring something new. So it could also be a new technique, a new hobby. You kind of, or maybe have like a new obsession. You're like just soaking in all the knowledge and exploring this whole new kind of way of thinking and subject.
Yeah, totally. It's like, like the swords are like, they're full of energy, they're full of passion, they're full of, like, it's like the ace, but then like for the face cards. So it's like a young freshman, and because it's swords, it's like intellectual. So it's like thirst for knowledge or being like curious, that kind of thing. I totally see it. I got it. Yeah, I got you.
It also can relate to communication too, right? Because that's part of the swords as well. So it could be something like starting a podcast, writing a book, something with communication, being a natural communicator. You have a message, you're ready to share it. But like I think maybe this is like a step ahead of the ace because you are already in an exploratory phase of it. Like you're in it, but it's the first day. It's like the first day of the job, first day of the project. But if you're looking for a sign of like, should I do this? Like, go for it. That's what this card is saying.
Do it. The page says yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. No, never apologize. But reverse, it could mean that maybe you are holding yourself back, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not able to, you don't feel like you can speak your mind or communicate your opinion, or you're not sure if you should move forward. It's telling you, yes, you can let go of that fear and keep going. It could also mean that maybe you're just, like I said, you're kind of acting too rashly. You're not really thinking things through, or you have a lot of ideas, but you are not working on actually executing them, or you don't know even how you want to execute them. So, before you go and write all these checks that you can't cash, maybe, make sure that you've done your due diligence and you can deliver on what you want to do. Yeah.
Nice. It's a good card. It's actually like, of the swords, this is, I feel like, a very like positive card.
Yeah, I think the
Optimistic
face
card.
cards overall, I noticed, were pretty positive.
Nice.
They definitely are not as doom and gloom as the others, some of the others. But yeah, just make sure, like with all of the cards, make sure you're thinking things through. You're communicating. You're asking the right questions. You're getting the right support. Yada yada yada. Yeah, sweet baby innocent Paige. I get very like first day of college vibes from it. Maybe that's just because that's how I felt. I was like, I'm gonna conquer the world. It's like, cut to 3 months later.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Crying in my dorm room.
3 months, 3 days.
I know, really. Honestly, it was like right as soon as orientation was over, it was like, wait, what?
This is very scary.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Knight of Swords.
That night.
Knight of Swords. So, this has a knight dressed in armor. And he's in a position of charging. He's in an active position. And he's on a big white horse. His sword is held high, and which symbolizes dedication and purpose. And the white horse can symbolize kind of purity of intellectual intent and motivation. In the background, though, there are storm clouds beginning to form and strong winds, but he heads directly into it. So, like all knights, this guy is on a mission and uses his intellect keenly to achieve his goals. You're quick thinking, ready for action, and laser focused. That's great, but remember that not thinking things through, like with a page, can have its drawbacks. Don't be so hasty or rush, and a little preparation and thoughtfulness can really come in handy. You're assertive and you have high wit. You value your intellect, stimulating conversation, clear communication. I wrote, this is peak Gemini energy for me, this card. I got like big at Gemini vibes from this one.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
You can also find yourself a group or a team where you can like banter and to your heart's content. We all know Geminis love to talk, and build each other up. It's a good thing. Reversed, you might be kind of blustering about to get it air, and hey, you might feel restless too, like too much energy, and you have like no way to channel it. You could also be feeling held back or stalled, or like you're kind of chaotic with no direction, too impulsive, scatterbrained. Take a step back. Breathe, focus, pick one thing to work on, and find a way to channel that energy effectively. It could also mean that you're about to burn out and exhaust yourself. Are you spreading yourself too thin, Kate and Emily? Maybe it's time for a break, and then you can reprioritize.
Shut up, Knight of Swords! I do what I want!
I love calling myself out in my own description. But yeah, I actually just wrote Emily at first, but then I wanted to be nice and include myself in it too, because I also
fair, but it is me.
I have had that in the past. Yeah, no, you're doing really good, Em. You're working real hard at your prioritization.
Thanks.
It's just everyone wants a piece of that Emily Duncan.
Oh, Kate, thank you.
All right, moving on to the
Doing
queen.
my best. Yeah.
You are, and it's great. You're doing great. Queen of Swords. The queen is sitting on the stone throne. There's a cherub decoration on it, and butterflies, which could represent transformation and love. She faces towards the future. I don't know what direction that is, but her left hand is up, in a position of receiving, and in her right hand she holds the sword high and straight. And there's clouds in the sky again, and strong wind. Again, air. It's an air suit. So I wrote, the queen is very red energy. If you know about the communication colors. Have you heard about this? Have you heard? So my work
is this like the chakras? What?
No. It's like some stupid corporate bullshit thing where my work had us do these quizzes about what kind of communicator are you, and people are either I forget what it's called. It's one of those learning and development type of programs that they do for employees, but everyone has certain amounts of red, yellow, green, and blue energy, which I'm just realizing now I think are also the Hogwarts school colors. But red is a very blunt, kind of not abrupt, but just matter of fact, to the point, factual type of communication energy. I also got yellow diamond. If you're watching Steven Universe, you'll understand. Yellow diamond vibes. I also got Judge Judy vibes from this card.
Oh.
So anyway, it combines the mental clarity and intellect of the Suit of Swords with the maturity and the receptiveness of the Queen. I literally copied that directly from Biddy because I loved that breakdown. I'm oh yeah, that's why we love queens. There's that mature kind of openness that I think all the queens have. So you're all about getting down to brass tacks, examining situations from all sides. You're all about logic, but where's the heart? Again, this could be someone else in your life, but the queen is not cruel. She's a truth seeker. No nonsense, highly perceptive. You're determined, independent, resilient. Don't mess with this queen. She won't stand for it. Don't be afraid to show your softer side, though, to those you trust. To me, I got very early seasons RuPaul, thinking about your queen celebrity breakdown. I was to me this feels, because RuPaul to me is very she's so fantastic and flamboyant and silly sometimes, but I feel I've been such a dedicated viewer of her show, and she's no, do the work, be prepared. Really, she always kind of gives each of the contestants really thoughtful advice about how to win, and they never follow it. But she's really looking for
anytime they have those sit downs with RuPaul, one person listens and everybody else is just trying to do their thing for some reason. Just what do you think is are you trying to make friends with RuPaul? Just listen to RuPaul.
You don't know better. This is literally her show. She is the judge, so maybe listen. But anyway, reversed. If you get the card reversed, it could mean the opposite. Are you letting your emotions and relationships cloud your judgment? Actually, this might be a time where you actually need to lead with your head and not your heart, so you might need to lean more on being objective, analytical, and strategic. It also could mean that you or someone in your life is coming across as a stone cold bitch, so don't forget to be compassionate.
Oh
yeah.
But I like a stone cold bitch.
We all love a stone cold bitch. But yeah, the Queen of Swords. King of Swords. Sorry, I was just thinking. I just paused for a second. I was is the Queen I'm kind of getting Tilda Swinton.
I was totally running through celebrities in my head to be who else is the Queen of Swords? I was gonna say Padma Lakshmi also a little bit.
Ooh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
Takes her job very seriously, very balanced.
She is. I get a very loving, mothering vibe from her though too as well.
Yeah, which I think still is in the Queen universe,
Who's that really hot older British celebrity? What, Helen Mirren? That's it.
Ooh, Helen Mirren. I do love Helen Mirren. Kate, have you seen Prime Suspect?
No.
It's a detective show where Helen Mirren is the main character. It starts in the early 90s and ends in 2006, but there's only 6 seasons because it's British television.
Right.
It's all on Hulu, and it is excellent. And
Okay.
but yeah, it stars Helen Mirren as like a police officer who rises to like police chief, and it's like her solving crimes and stuff.
Ooh, I love it. I love crimes, and I love Helen Mirren.
Yeah. And it's like she plays like a very nuanced and sometimes flawed and like not necessarily good character, and like it's a lot. She's great in it.
Where can I stream it?
Hulu.
Hulu, you said. Okay. Okay. Moving on to the King of Swords. Okay. The king is sitting on his throne, facing forward. He holds a sword in his right hand, the hand of the conscious, rational mind, and it's pointing upwards. And sorry, he has on a blue tunic, and a purple cape. And the back of his throne is decorated with butterflies, crescent moons, and there's an angel just near his left ear. There's trees behind him. The clouds are more kind of chill. There's not really any big wind like before. So it kind of gives you more of like a impression of stability. I wrote, "Ooh, you got this, king." Like the queen. You are in your power. You've mastered the ability to be cool, calm, collected, and take on anything with a strong sense of the truth and objectivity. You are a master over your intellect and emotions. You can cut right to the heart of the matter and figure out the solution with peak efficiency, boyo. Logic and intellect is key, Data. You can lead the way with your well-researched and thoughtful preparation. I got a little loopy, as you can tell.
I like it. No, I love it.
This could mean that you might need to actually seek out a professional advisor or mentor. So this could be referring to someone you like kind of need in your life or have in your life, like a financial advisor, a lawyer, an accountant. But this is someone
Sugar daddy.
Sugar daddy. This is someone with years of experience, though, and a solid reputation. It might be time to bring in the pros with the specialist knowledge that you need. Reverse, though, this could mean a perversion of power in some way. Ego, abuse of power, cold and cunning in order to be the smartest in the room, or overwhelmed by decisions that you have no idea where to go. I wrote in parentheses, cheaty in all caps because I was watching Good Place at the time. It could also mean that you have a more quiet power that comes from within. I was like, yeah, good on you. That's great. So,
Nice.
That's a nicer
Cheaty.
reverse. Yeah. Cheaty. Yeah. But either way, it's either you or someone in your life. And yeah, it all depends on the context of how you want to read it.
Awesome.
Yeah. But that's
Swords.
Swords. That's
We
the swords.
did it.
We did it. Whew, that was like,
Woo, boy.
that felt like a journey.
Yeah, that was a lot. I feel like okay, so what do we see here? Taking
Yeah.
a step back, it's like, yeah, it's all about intellect and like, or broadly, a lot of it is about like intellect and like action and transitions, emotional baggage, balanced stuff, decision making. I don't know, there's a lot
Clarity.
going on here. I feel
know.
like it's not like, it really just kind of isn't like one story. It's just
No.
more like a collection of vignettes around the concept of sword.
Yeah, I feel like I would have to do some more digging and exploration on the suit to really, because I still don't, like you said, I still don't really see a story. I think it is a bit more of like, it's like states of mind, right? Like sometimes you're totally in it and sometimes you're devastated.
So, do you want to draw a card?
Yeah, what do we want to do? What did we do last time?
Last time, I feel like we did we do your Korean deck the last time, or was that the time before the last time?
It was my Korean deck the last time. You were correct. That was our book club
Right.
episode, and we did my Korean deck. So why don't you pull a card this time, Em?
Yeah, I think I might just do my Moon Power Tarot because it's right here.
I
And
love your
it's
Moon
been a
Power
little
Tarot.
while.
And it's been a while.
You know what? It does feel like, it's definitely the one that, it's also the one I've had the longest, but it feels like a friend, I like this deck. I feel like it's very encouraging. I don't know if that's
no, for sure. I get that vibe from it as well.
yeah, it's a very chill deck. I was actually thinking about buying their other they made like other decks, that
Ooh.
same company, and I was like, should I get them? And then I was like, I don't know, maybe. But
This is the Six Sad Girls Etsy account, right?
yeah. But yeah, so for anyone who listens and likes this deck, they also now have a Sun Power deck and another one, like a Star Power deck or something.
Oh,
like that.
that's so exciting.
Yeah, and the artwork is really cool on all of them. So check out their account if you haven't, at least, because it's coolio. I like.
I'm so excited. I'm like gonna go to their site right after this.
Yeah, go work on them. All right, I got hey
What did you get? No.
the Four of Swords.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. Wait, hold it up. I must see.
This is a really cool card, though.
Ooh.
Their Four of Swords.
I love that. That is such a
Yeah.
unique visual for it. We'll post a photo of it on our Instagram.
Yeah, this is so the Four of Swords again is the one that's like, maybe you need a little solitude, maybe you need a little cabin away. Oh my god, card, you're so right. I do need a little getaway to a little cabin.
That's amazing.
But this one is like, this visual is more like, it's a lady who's like, she's got like a veil of stars, and then she's in like a starry night, and she's like thinking and like meditating and like, or like she's like trying to, I don't know, she's got kind of like a psychic vibe.
I was gonna say she
she's
looks
definitely like
a fortune teller. Is that a crystal ball around, like, at the
It's
bottom?
unclear. There's like a vortex. Yeah, I think it must be a crystal ball. But yeah, so I guess she's like reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, very cool card. Okay, so we'll put a picture of that on
We'll
Instagram.
put it- yeah.
I like that a lot.
I guess we need to go on a break,
that's
Em.
funny. It's definitely time. Take me to the
Actually,
woods.
Matt and I are going up to the Catskills in a couple days and just relax.
So jealous.
Just need a change of scenery. Oh, also, wait till you hear this. I booked us some a couple animal sanctuary tours, so we're gonna go hang out with pigs and goats.
Oh boy!
I'm so excited about it. I just I was like, I need to
that's awesome.
get away and just be around animals and turn off social media for in my email
That
for 3
sounds
days.
so delightful.
Yeah, I'm
gonna
forward.
Come with you.
So yes, please, we're going to post all these things on our Instagram. So follow us at Witchcast Podcast on Insta. If you have any questions, you want to just chat, shoot us an email at witchcastpodcast@gmail.com. Or you could slide into our DMs. And if you like what you hear, leave us a little review. Give us a little rating.
What if you did? What if you just left a little 5-star review maybe on Apple Podcasts? That would be pretty cool.
It would be so cool. And, maybe we'll post it then on our Instagram and tell you how much we love you, because it makes us so happy every time.
It really brings us a lot of joy.
It's just
and it helps other people find us, which is also good.
It brings up the visibility. And so, it means a lot to us.
Yeah. It tickles our heartstrings and also... Nope, that's it. we love it. All right. Well, I think that about covers it. Kate, do you have anything else?
No, I'm just going to go think about the swords and cry for a little bit.
Yeah. I just need to go reflect for a while, I guess. And until next time, hex yeah!
'Cause it's Witchcast.
A more timid one for the swords episode.
Whew.